Hey, welcome back to my AuthorTube channel. Why be serious when you can be delirious? Anyways, today's topic is covers for series. That's right. Today I'm talking about the lessons I have learned about making covers that look at least somewhat similar, or connected at least, to each other so that you know that they are in the same series. This is apparently very important. Yes, and thank you to a friend of mine who mentioned it to me much sooner than this, but I chose to be stubborn and learn the hard way. Sorry about the glare on my glasses there. Now you don't have to see my entire living room because it's a mess. Okay, so back to the topic. Right. So, this year in March, I started to release my very first ebook short stories. Now, one of my stories is Red Leaves, and this is something that I wrote years ago and people loved it. So I figured it'd be something great to start with, release something that people like already. It's a great choice, I think, personally. The first thing that I decided to do was research, because research is super important if you want to get better at anything. Okay, so I went to Amazon at Kindle and I looked up crime thriller ebook series, and I started taking snapshots of groups of books done by the same author, and then I pasted it into a Word document just so that I could get some kind of concept as how they were connected or how they were similar. So from there, I looked at each grouping one at a time and made note of what the similarities were. It's a great start. Have to start somewhere. The next thing that I did was I grabbed a paper and pencil and I kind of sketched out what kind of concept I wanted to go with. So I chose to go with, a dark circle around the outside, because the ones that I saw with the dark edges and the dark top, kind of like a circle of darkness around your picture. The ones that I saw like that stood out to me, and I thought, hey, let's try it. Okay, so one thing I want to note is that most of the pictures that I got, aside from Red Leaves, I downloaded from Unsplash. Now, Unsplash is a website that you sign up for, but it is free to use, and you get free downloadable pictures. I caution you to keep in mind that these photos are not going to be unique to you, because other people download them and use them for their own stuff in life. So it's not going to be unique. But the way you use it can be unique. Yes, use the pictures the way that you want to use them. Now I take these pictures and I take everything that I need for the cover, all the elements, so to speak, and I use Paint Shop Pro Ultimate 2020. It's kind of similar to Photoshop. However, it was more affordable, and that's what I need, because I'm just starting out, and let's, be serious about this. I'm not making a large amount of money for my writing. But okay, we'll leave that alone for another time. Anyway, so Paint Shop Pro Ultimate's awesome. I use their online tutorials, and if there's things that I'm not sure of how to do, I go to YouTube, I go to their website, and they've given me a lot of helpful information. Now, I'm not planning to do this forever. When I use print books, darn straight, I'm going back to my awesome graphic artist that I hired, and I'm going to have him do all the pictures, because really, he's so talented. And me, I'm just, I'm okay. I can make do for ebooks, short stories, novels. No, I'm hiring a professional. After that, I chose to look at the font. Okay, so the one thing that stood out to me the most on all the cover groups that I looked at was that they all have the same kind of font or placement of font or both on every single cover of their ebook series. So I chose to, go with a darker red so it's not so cartoony looking, and put it near the top section of the page, and also added the words, a crime thriller series story, a red crime thriller series story. Anyways, at the top above it, and then in the bottom, my name in the same font, same size as each other's books covers. Yeah, I don't know what I'm saying half the time, but thanks for watching. Alright, so here's a snapshot of all of my original covers. Now, they're not terrible, but as you can tell, they're not really connected. The only thing that connects them is the fact that they have red in the title. And maybe the fact that most of them have blood. Well, the first couple had blood. The other two, not so much. Anywho, I thought I was doing really well at getting all this cover design stuff under wraps, but if you look on the internet and you look for crime thriller series, none of them are as bright or colorful or, simple as what mine are, or were. And here comes the after. Yes, here is the after. Now, I think it looks a lot sharper. I like the dark edges and the corners and the top and the bottom being so black because it makes all the colors pop, right? And it also gives you that sensation of it being like a dark story. I love that. It's a very dark story. I just want to note that the cover, the original cover for Red Leaves, is still one of my favorites. A very talented artist designed it for me, and I will keep it forever. I love his artwork. He's very talented. If you'd like to get in contact with him, please just let me know, and I can maybe pass along your personal information. Now that you've seen the new covers, I'm going to go step by step, and I'm going to show you each one in comparison. First being Red Leaves. Okay, Red Leaves, there's absolutely nothing wrong with the original cover. It's great. But again, I want the oranges and reds to stand out a bit more. I do want it to look darker so that it reminds me of more like, a crime thriller. And honestly, I just wanted it to line up with all the other ones. I originally started with the Red River cover first because I'm just in process of releasing it. Yes, Red River is coming out very soon. I'm in my final editing stage. Anyway, so I did Red River first, and then I used it side by side with all the other covers and made sure that they were similar. Now, the second one is Red Snow. Red Snow I've never been completely happy with. I got the picture of the footprints online and from one of those safe websites. I'm not even sure. I'm pretty sure it was Unsplash or it might have been Pixels. Anyways, then I grabbed just some, red on my Paint Shop Pro Ultimate and manually added some blood. Now, it's been lacking. I've never been happy with it. So now the new one, I think it's sharp. Okay, so the knife is a great story. The knife actually is a real knife that my sister and her husband own. They took a picture of it in high def with good lighting and sent it to me. And then I erased the background and pasted it on top of my Red Snow cover. It's awesome, right? I like it. Now, Red Lies has probably been, honestly, one of the most stressful covers I've ever done. So I originally had, the little water droplet that I changed color from blue to red. And I liked it, I couldn't figure out any other way to do this Red Lies cover. Long story short, I'm just extra picky. Yeah. So now the new cover, I just really like the new cover, and one of my biggest fans has told me that they absolutely love it. It's their favorite cover so far. So I think the new design is great. Now, one thing to note, I did not want to show the woman's eyes because I feel it took away from the whole concept that there's lies coming out of the woman's mouth. Now, her eyes were really pretty, but she also looked happier when you saw her eyes because obviously she's happy to be taking the picture. And finally, Red River. Now, I loved this picture of the hand coming out of the water. Now, again, the original cover was not actually published, but I did plan to publish with the original cover. So now that I've spent some time editing, to this new version, I think it's a lot better because it's focusing on the concept that there's somebody under the water that really wants to get out. He's like, help me, I'm dying. As you can tell, there is drowning in the Red River. I'm so excited to release this one. Super duper duper excited. Okay, so let's do one more before and after of the covers before and after the redesign. So here comes the before. And here is the after. So all in all, if you're releasing a series, ebook or print book or whatever, I really suggest before you start releasing the cover that you put extra thought and time and research into creating your covers, because now I have to backtrack and re-upload every single one of them. So that's my plan this week, is going to every website that I upload my stories to, and I've got to replace all of the covers. Now, in addition to that, I also credit the artist. I credit the person who took the picture and uploaded on Unsplash, or the creative designer. So I have to go back into a couple of the ebooks and update the credit. So, especially Red Lies, and then of course Red River. Red Leaves, I'm just going to update the comment that, it was created by this graphic designer, but then I also edit. Otherwise, I think I'm pretty happy with the new versions of my covers for my Red Crime Thriller series. If you have any comments or suggestions, or, just want to say, hey, your covers still stink, or, hey, I like it. Yeah, just leave a comment. And thanks for watching. And don't forget to ring the bell and hit subscribe. That's just really fun saying that. Oh, look, the glare's on my glasses again. Huh. Anyways, have a great day, and good luck with your series cover creation. It's the moment you've been waiting for! The bloopers! Right, so, okay, so, okay, so, okay, so, who put the in the ja bum bum? Who put the ding in the Ramadan a ding dong?